Jets fans, what is with all of these Jets people on YouTube telling everybody how the offseason should go? First of all, they point the camera at their own faces. Who wants to see my face? Come on. Let's get some highlights, let's get some film. Which brings me to my next point. If you can't break down film, don't tell Jets fans and the Jets what to do. It's silly. Stop it. Here's the right way, the right blueprint, and it has nothing to do with Le'Veon Bell. It doesn't work. Check this out. Super Bowl champs. Running back, cap hits. Sony Michel, 32nd in the league. Sproles, 14th. Bolden, 33rd. Hillman, 44th, 41st, 4th, 14th, 7th. Folks, look up recent history. There's a reason Bill Belichick doesn't pay running backs. There's a reason why the successful teams don't pay running backs. There's a reason why the Chiefs didn't miss Kareem Hunt one bit. It's a position that's important, of course. All positions are important. But under the rigors of a hard salary cap, you don't spend money. Don't do it. Le'Veon Bell, the contract he is seeking, will put him in the top 2, at the very worst, 3rd highest paid running back in the league. Probably 1st. I mean, the goal's a championship, right? The goal's a Super Bowl. Not to improve, not to help Sam Darnold. The goal is to build a Super Bowl team. Look at these stats. Take it even further, look at the runner-up QB hits. Todd Gurley just helped out this statistic with the Rams big time. But it's funny. They got to the Super Bowl without Todd Gurley. The man didn't play in the tournament at all. Pats Gillislee, 15th. Tevin Coleman, 53rd. And yeah, you're going to ask, where's Devontae Freeman? Coleman made more money. This is just the highest paid back on each team. Jonathan Stewart, 5th. Lynch, 5th. Those are two good markers. Noshawn Moreno, remember him, geez. 16th. Frank Gore, 12th. The law firm. Ben Jarvis Green Ellis, 35th. Don't pay running backs. If maybe Bell was okay with a 1-year deal, sure. Not committing. I am not committing money to the running back. It doesn't matter how much money is there. Every dollar is valuable. Every dollar, every penny brings value with it. Playoff appearances. Of the teams who possess the highest 2 paid running backs in the league over the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years, only 5 times of the last 16 instances has it yielded playoff teams. Gurley, Bell, McCoy, 3 of the last 4 years, so it is trending upwards. But still, the odds are not with paying Le'Veon Bell. The numbers just aren't there to do it. There's a reason this position is devalued. So, if the Jets aren't going to pay Le'Veon Bell, where's the money going to go, right? That's the question. First of all, let's tackle the cap room and the Jets' own in-house free agents. 95, estimated 95 in cap space. I think that was Spock Track instead of the better one. The name is escaping me right now. Over the cap. But regardless, they're pretty similar with the projections. Re-sign Robbie Anderson. He's restricted. He wants a long-term deal. He's not going to like getting the tender, but the Jets have to do it. It's only 3.1 as opposed to a long-term deal. 3.1 million cap hit. Henry Anderson, gotta resign him. He's going to be the most expensive guy to resign. About $8 million a year. Could be 7, could be 6, could be maybe 9. He's a beast along the interior in sub packages. Is he going to start next to Leo in the 4-3? No, can't do it. He is the 3 technique. He can't play the 1 technique. He's not a nose guard. But the sub packages, the 11 personnel, nickel, it's pretty much the base right now in the NFL. So Henry and Leo together, a light pass rushing inside, is very dangerous. Getting Henry Anderson back is key for Greg Williams' defense. Myers, Roberts, Copeland, Harrison, Roberts, Burnett. Resign all those guys. I said Roberts twice. It's Andre and Darrell. Let these guys walk. Claiborne, McCown. First of all, McCown wants to come back. I got no problem with that. Resigning McCown as the second and only other quarterback on the team is fine with me. I'm going to bet he's not coming back. Maybe he is, but we'll go along with this video that he's not coming back. Pretty much everyone else. Rontez Miles, I know they love him with special teams. I think his best days are behind him. Let him go. James Carpenter's obviously gone. Screen's obviously gone. Morris Claiborne is a tougher one. I think there are better options free agency and draft. And he's a little overpaid market-wise right now. Cap casualties. Beachum, $8 million in savings. Crowell, we already know he's gone. Beachum is the interesting case. We want to keep Shell. He's still on the rookie deal. How are we going to keep Beachum and Shell? We need to upgrade that left side, that left tackle. If Beachum comes back, he needs to battle it out with Shell on the right side. But $8 million is huge. Antonio Brown. Why not trade for Antonio Brown if we're not going to sign Le'Veon Bell? This is what Jets fans are asking. Well, folks, it's not about completing the roster right now. It's about building it. Antonio Brown is a completion move. The house is not secure yet. To get Brown, they're going to have to trade a third, fourth round pick, maybe even a second round pick. The Jets do not want to give up assets right now. The goal is to collect assets. The goal is to build from inside out. The skilled position players mean nothing until the O-line is secure. Here's the route they should go. Much cheaper. Fits nicer because the Jets need a slot in between Robbie Anderson and Enunwa on the outside. Adam Humphries from Tampa. Not the fastest guy in the world, but he's a route runner. He's a smart route runner. Notice Tom Brady in the Pats. What do the receivers do best? They run routes. They have it in between the ears. They know how to identify defenses and coverages, and they run routes. They're the best route running team in the NFL, and have been for a decade and a half. Humphries fits this bill, and it would be a lot cheaper than Brown. Plus, you don't have to give up anything. Golden Tate is another option, a little older, but Humphries is my guy. That is the guy the Jets really need to help Sam Darnold's width out. Alright, going into free agency, here's the adjusted cap. After the resignings, after the cap casualties. The resignings are a grand total of $21 million. Minus $11 million in the cap casualty, Beachum and Crowell. $10 million spent. That $95 million in cap space suddenly becomes $85 million. Beachum is a sticking point. A lot of fans look at the line and say, wow, Beachum is the best of the group. Why would we get rid of Beachum? It's about building for the future. You can't keep Beachum and cut Shell. It makes no sense. Beachum's trending downwards. Being the best O-lineman on the Jets is not a prize. He's trending downwards. Could save $8 million. While Shell, you could argue he's trending upwards. Still on his rookie deal. Still cheap. We don't know if he's hit his ceiling yet. He may have, but we don't know. They already cut Spencer Long, as I actually predicted about a month ago, and kept Winters. Winters would have also saved some money, but looks like since Long is gone, Winters and Shell are cemented on the right side. Major depth chart holes: left tackle, both edges, cornerback 2, running back, left guard, slot, receiver, middle linebacker, nickelback, and a backup quarterback. NFL free agency. You see Trey Flowers and Humphries there on the left. Run them down. Trey Flowers, Paredes, Humphries, Graham, Javaris Allen, Hogan, Lewis, Nelson, and Osweiler. No Le'Veon Bell, not even Tevin Coleman. Why? Elijah McGuire is a legitimate NFL back. What complements McGuire more is a power back. Coleman could get it done, but Javarius Allen is much more of a power running back, and it's cheaper, 1.5 we put down there as the average, as the projected average. Plus it leaves room for another drafted running back. Very cheap. Very common to draft a mid-round, late-round running back and have him produce. It's about the O-line. The key in free agency is edge. There are so many edge free agents available. Clowney, Flowers, Lawrence, D. Ford, Ansah. I think DeMarcus Lawrence is going to be franchise tagged, which is why I did not include him. Ansah as well. I think Clowney will remain in Houston. Lawrence is the top target. There's no doubt about it. Lawrence, probably Flowers, then probably Graham. Maybe Ansah. I don't want Clowney. He's not a good against the run. So that's why we have Flowers and Graham here. If they can get 2 edges, that would be huge. And look at the money. 15 for Flowers, 14.5 for Graham. Steven Nelson, it's another nice pickup cornerback. After this, there's about $28.5 million left to round out the roster. You may think that's still a lot. That is not a lot. They need that $28.5 million. So if you sign Veon, only 1 edge could be had. Is 2 edges optimistic? Absolutely. If they get 1 of those edges, it's a great day. Great offseason, I should say, not great day. But you get the point. The goal is to go for 2. And the reason is simple. Free agency is loaded on edges, while you cannot snag any offensive lineman in free agency. Not just this offseason, ever. Offensive linemen are never available in free agency. That's why this NFL draft graphic looks like this. You have to get the offensive line in the draft to protect Sam Darnold, especially during an offseason where there's so many edges available. So with Flowers and Graham and Humphreys and the second corner and Paredes is a huge money grab too. That's, I think, $9 million we had him down for. Jonah Williams in the 7 spot is big. Some people have him projected as guard. Some people have him falling in the mid-first round. I don't care if it's Jonah Williams. I don't care if it's one of the other tackles. Edwards from Wisconsin, Jawan from Florida. As long as they find that left tackle in the first round, I'm good. And the Jets have a 2nd round pick here, 2 3rd-round picks. Oh, I'm sorry, 3 3rd-round picks. What's going on? Draft trading down is huge. They are in a great position to do so, with the Giants needing a quarterback and the Jets in that number 3 spot. The Jags and other teams will be looking to move up if they really want that Ohio State kid, Haskins, that Jersey product. Take advantage. This trade is very similar to the Colts deal last year. Not as lucrative because of the quarterback pool is not as high as last year, but still, look at this. McGovern, Julian Love, you get a corner, you get a Mike, you get another corner. Excellent, excellent talent right there. After the free agency, after draft, here's the depth chart. The rookies are in green, free agents are in gray. Everyone else returning is in that dark green or black. I don't know what the hell that is. The re-signed players have the asterisk. I love this depth chart. I'm not worried about the weapons. I'm not worried about running back. Until the O-line is secure, that stuff is not as important. Same goes for the defense. The edges need to be there. That conventional 4-man pass rush needs to be there. And if it is, it ups the play of everyone else behind him. That rookie Hodge in the Mike is huge. I don't think Williamson can play Mike. Greg Williams loves his Tampa cover 2 buck, which means the Mike, the middle linebacker, gets a lot of depth and plays coverage. If anything, Darren Lee might actually fit the Mike better than Williamson. But getting that middle linebacker in the mid-rounds, one of those third-round picks, is huge. There's the O-line highlighted. Jonah Williams, or whoever the left tackle is, with McGovern, Paredes, Winters, and Shell. Let's go. Let's go. McGuire is suddenly a stud. Darnold, stud. Anderson, Enunwa, Humphreys, Herndon. Let's go. And you see Mercedes Lewis there? He's old, but he's a great blocking back. You won't see a fullback there because Gase doesn't use fullbacks. But signing a great blocking tight end, is going to be huge for this offense. Where I'm concerned is there, the one technique, defensive tackle, nose tackle. I got Mack as a mid-round draftee. Shepard and Pennell. Pennell's also still there. I'm a little concerned there. I'm also concerned at corner. Tremaine Johnson just isn't nowhere. He's nowhere near his money, but he's just not that great. Steven Nelson, big-time free agent pickup from the Chiefs. Could be a huge under-the-radar signing. He's like 4th or 5th in terms of cornerback free agent rankings right now. Then you got the 2 rookies, Darryl Roberts, Nickerson in the nickelback. Again, you saw Le'Veon to start this video. You got all excited. You got all hyped up. Ooh, Le'Veon and the Jets. Let's go. Jamal probably got hyped up too. But I'm sorry, Jamal. O-line and conventional pass rush. That's what'll get it done. With Darnold, the leader on offense, Jamal, the leader on defense, building the house inside out is the way to go. And the way the Jets are going to build something here moving forward. The only way Kentucky's Josh Allen makes sense at number 3, and he is the best option at number 3 talent-wise, but the only way it makes sense is if the Jets completely strike out on the edge in free agency. If they strike out on the edge in free agency, my blessing is with Josh Allen at number 3. That's fine. But the O-line is going to be crappy again, and that scares the hell out of me. So hopefully they don't strike out, and they reverse the clock to Mikey T and Mangold and to Brickashaw and build this thing the right way.